Welcome to the Political Matrix News. Politics, people, local, regional, national news. Political Matrix News keeps you informed. We have the sources, we have the truth from inside the political matrix.
Yeah.
Once again, boys and girls, we're back here, the Political Matrix blogcast. Greg Fink joining us from Alachua County, where they can't run an election. Jonathan Cole is in Navarre, probably has a great view of the Emerald Coast, knowing how well political consultants are paid, maybe in a high-rise condo overlooking Destin Harbor, that sort of thing. And then I would be Rob Milford. I'm hanging out in Orlando, literally in the shadow of the mouse. Right now, the largest single-site employer in the entire state of Florida. That's going to change about 13 months from now when Universal opens Epic Universe.
Yeah.
They've got between 25 and 30,000 people on the job right now. That's going to more than double. And it will be the very biggest amusement park attraction in the world by a lot. If you don't think that's going to be a game changer, oh boy, let me tell you. Hey, all politics is local, and the filing deadline in Florida was last Friday. That's for everybody running for everything for the August primary.
That's for the federal races.
For the federal races?
State races.
Yeah, we
still
have a few weeks for state and local.
All right, for the federal races, for unknown reasons. So the state and local got a few more weeks. I did notice this, though, that Representative Bill Posey out of Brevard County, very strong. That's Cocoa Beach, Melbourne, Titusville, not going to run for re-election. It's like, wait a minute. I thought most incumbents, they did their 8 years and hit the door, or then decided to be a senator for, 8 years as well, and then hit the door again and go back and being a representative. So that was significant right there. I think, Greg, your friend Herodopoulos is going to run.
Yeah, Mike Herodopoulos, I think, is going to be running.
Okay.
There's up to two others running for that seat.
Okay. You're on top of that. The election near and dear to me, physically anyway, is in Orlando. It's a blue district. Okay, just face facts. It's a blue district. 8 people running for city commission in one district because the woman who had the job, who got tossed by Governor DeSantis, she actually was arrested for cheating an elderly woman out of more than $150,000, had her sign her house over, her bank accounts, the whole bit. And Regina Hill's like, I'm okay. I didn't do anything illegal. Famous last words. Jonathan, what about the Democratic machine? I guess I would use a small d and a small m in that. You all have any hot candidates, hot prospects around the state at all?
Around the state, no. The Democratic Party, in its wisdom, is going again with personal loyalties and chose, a total unknown to run against Rick Scott. They've already ordained her. Even though there's 4 other people in the race, they're doing their usual thing like they did with Val Demings 2 years ago. She's already the supposed nominee, even though we haven't had the primaries. So once again, they shoot themselves in the foot before you even really get to the gate.
See, I thought that was a Republican, the purview of Republicans to keep getting a bunch of chuckleheads,
2 years ago, working with Greg and everybody on the Rebecca Jones campaign, I got to look behind that curtain I haven't looked behind in many years. Oh, there is a state story I want to mention in a second, but it's number one. Most of the people are 75, 80, 85. Few of them, they'll still think they're in a VW van in Woodstock. And they've refused to cede power. They've stunted the talents of an entire generation, being Gen X, for raising any type of leadership that could rise up and run. And so it's become besides the Republican Party's out hustling throughout the state, raising more voters, raising more awareness, and running smarter candidates, it's just dysfunction junction. So there's some statewide races. Maxwell Frost will be running for re-election, the first Gen Zer congressperson.
Here in Orlando, yeah.
Yeah. Jared Moskowitz is mentioning the possibility of a gubernatorial run in 2 years. He's building some.
Who's Jared? Tell me about Jared. I haven't heard his name before.
He's about a third generation Democrat out of Palm Beach County. He's very Jewish in every sense of the word. He's very proud of it. But he's been very vocal lately in the Judiciary Committee, calling out Marjorie Taylor Greene for the most part. You'll find blasts. So he's building some notoriety prior to. He's pretty well known more in southern Florida. So.
Okay, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a goof. She's a doofus. I mean, the Republican Party does not need her and all of her crap.
Right.
Okay, it's like I don't know. Is she trying to out what's the gang, the posse? What is it? Ilhan Omar and AOC, and she's trying to do the Republican equivalent. Huh?
So another downfall with the Democratic Party is they let pretty much quietly slide the legacy of a great Floridian, Bob Graham, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Almost no homage, no nothing. Just he's dead. And
right, that was
he'll always be one. And he's the very first campaign I worked on was his first Senate run. 86. And he's just was always a great guy, class act. He was. He was running for president, had to stop because of his heart issues, and his impact on the state's enormous. Even DeSantis made that point, but
right,
almost no honorifics. It's sad.
Well, he started Save the Manatees along with Jimmy Buffett, the Save the Manatee Foundation. They're going great guns, so I can't complain about that. By the way, Jonathan, I think we really got to address this. I'm just checking the latest numbers from the Secretary of State. Right now, there are 4,350,000 and a few more Democrats registered in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. The non-affiliated is about 3.5 million, so about 800,000 behind you. And the Republicans are at 5.25 million, so not quite a million more. I thought Democrats would be out with all of these illegal aliens, getting them signed up to vote. Why are they not, getting after it, man?
Incompetent. I don't know how else to put it. They've got their little garden tea parties. The leadership's weak. Like I said, at the advanced age, for the most part, it's more based on personal loyalties and electable candidates. It's just a train wreck. I don't know how else to put it, and I don't see a solution anytime soon. Making Nikki Haley the chairwoman was not the solution. I mean, even though she is like half the age of the rest of the board, it's
wait. Nikki Haley from South Carolina.
Nikki Fried. I said it was a long day.
Nikki Fried. Okay.
Yeah. Dyslexia strikes again. But so it's it'll be interesting to see how 2024 shakes out, just based off of the sheer dysfunction of the party. It's almost like here. Well, I know Democratic operatives who actually have personally said they like having people like Matt Gaetz in office because they can fundraise off of him. So why upset the apple cart?
Right.
That I understand, and believe me, there are a lot of Republicans who don't want Matt Gaetz in the United States Congress. We will talk about young Matthew, who deserves all of the slings and arrows and a few rocks tossed in with that. We'll talk about Matt Gaetz in our next segment. On behalf of Greg Fink, Jonathan Cole, I'm Rob Milford, and this is the Political Matrix Blogcast.